It's time. It's time for us to start our first War Sealed. Let's go ahead and open it up. Boom. Oh my god, a couple of ones that we are happy to see. First of all, Fibblethip the Lost, welcome. Welcome to the collection, Fibblethip. So good to see you. We also have Soul Diviner. Remove a counter from an artifact, creature, land, or planeswalker you control. Draw a card. I actually don't know how good Soul Diviner is. As a 2/3 for 2, it's quite nice. This card absolutely tickles my pickle. This is really nice. This is like constructed, man. Time Wipe is pretty ridiculous. Pretty good in limited. Anything that destroys all creatures is pretty good in limited. I'm just going to hit continue, and then I'm just going to look through very slowly. Let's go ahead and just go all the way to... Actually, I don't know why I'm going through this as though I know the set. Let's just do it in a real basic way. Okay. Wait, what is this flashing shit? Leave me alone. Okay. Defiant Strike, 1 mana. Target creature gets +1/+1 till end of turn. Draw a card. Ugh. Does not feel that good. It's a cantrip with a very minor effect. So, Cantrip is... I replace myself. You spend Defiant Strike, you get a card back, so it replaces the cards in there. Battlefield Promotion. +1/+1 counter on target creature. That creature gains first strike until end of turn. You gain 2 life. I think this is... I like this a little bit better. Gideon's Triumph. Target opponent sacrifices a creature that attacked or blocked this turn. If you control a Gideon's Planeswalker, that player sacrifices 2 of those creatures instead. Okay, so this is still good. Did you get Feather? We have looked at 3 cards thus far. So for any of you who are excited about what could be below, we've looked at 3. We've looked at the 3 cards in our seal. Martyr for the Cause. When it dies, proliferate. Okay. So, proliferate in green and white could be something plausible. I think proliferate in blue. I actually don't know where proliferate is spread among the colors. Pouncing Lynx. As long as it's your turn, Pouncing Lynx has first strike. I'm quite a fan of this effect. The when it's your turn, I have first strike type things. So if there's like white-green or white-blue with like adding counters and proliferating, I prefer like white-green for this sort of thing. Then Pouncing Lynx can actually be an extraordinary target for things like Battlefield Promotion, because we're actually putting counters on it. Makeshift Battalion. When it attacks and at least 2 other creatures attack, we make them big. Okay, so this is the go wide feel. Teo's Light Shield. Enters counter, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Trusted Pegasus. Whenever it attacks, target attacking creature without flying gains flying until end of turn. Very nice. Very good card. Very happy to have this one. Welcome to Day 9 TV. Yeah, the Wanderer's Strike is ridiculous. Exile target creature, then proliferate is spectacular. Bulwark Giant. Enters the battlefield, you gain 5 life. What's proliferate? For 5, though? Yeah, 5 mana for that is amazing. By the way, we're playing Sealed. In Constructed, that card is a big pile of dog shit. But in Sealed, where we get 6 packs, we open the 6 packs, we just build a deck with the cards. We're going through what we're looking at. It costs 5, though? Yeah, 5 mana for exile a creature is, like, fucking incredible. And proliferate. I mean, that's crazy. That's so good. If it was 6 mana, I'd still be happy about it. But yeah, proliferate is for any counter on anything you have, you may add another counter to it. So, for instance, if I have a planeswalker who has loyalty counters, I have a creature with a +1/+1 counter. If I cast Proliferate, I can bump the +1/+1 counter on my creature up 1. So instead of having 1 +1/+1 counter, it now has 2 of them. And my loyalty, I can also bump, and it can increase 1. 1 proliferates everything. Alright. Defender, when it enters the battlefield, scry 1. Callous Dismissal, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Amass 1. This could actually be acceptable in some sort of like tempo-based deck because of the Amass 1, where we're getting a little bit huger. Fibblethip the Lost is a weak card in this context. Fibblethip needs help, needs synergy. Because Mina's Transmutation, great. 1 mana, remove a thing. Effectively remove, because 1/1s are still relevant blockers. Sky Theater Strix. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it gets +1/+0 till end of turn. Okay. Okay, we got some value here. Maybe there's some sort of like flyers thing that we could do. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, proliferate. Okay. Also note, amass means we make a zombie army consisting of +1/+1 counters. So Flux Channeler says proliferate. Proliferate will affect our amassed army. It's not bad. Not bad. Counter. Creature or Planeswalker. Very relevant in draft, where players are going to be running 15 or 16 of their 23 cards as creatures. How do you create army tokens? That's the new keyword, amass. Amass 1 says, put 1 +1/+1 counter on an army you control. If you don't control one, create a 0/0 black zombie army creature token first. Spellkeeper weird. He's like so weird. Ah, so we can buff a dude and swing with him. Okay, that's pretty tight. Totally lost. Oh my god, Fibblethip. How did you get up there, man? Eternal Skylord. When it enters the battlefield, amass 2. Zombie tokens you control have flying. That card is quite nice. Meow. Banehound. Lifelink. Haste. I haven't seen a lot of black hasty boys. Spark Harvest. That's pretty nice. If there's like a number of ways for us to generate tokens that can be sacrificed, this card feels a little bit more like it works in Constructed. For instance, there's the white card Hunted Witness. It's a 1 mana 1/1 that when it dies, it makes a 1/1. That's like the perfect card to synergize with Spark Harvest, because you sack it, kill a thing, and then you still have a 1/1 left over. So I don't know if we'll have those types of cards there. Soren's Thirst deals 2 damage to target creature when you gain 2 life. This is like mediocre removal, but it's instant speed, so I'll probably consider running it. Obnixilus's Cruelty. Alright, that's way better. -5/-5 until end of turn. Shit. Obnixilus's Cruelty is... Shriek Diver. Flying. Shriek Diver gains haste until end of turn. Weird. Spark Reaper. Sacrifice me. Little expensive to be a 2/3. But technically is like a slow cantrip. Alright. Toll of the Invasion. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards it. Amass 1. I'm really interested in these, like, do a thing, amass 1. Do a thing, amass 1. Vraska's Finisher. When it enters the battlefield, destroy target creature or planeswalker opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. Still not that good. Davriel's Shadow Fugue. Target player discards 2 cards and loses 2 life. Alright. Alright. Welcome to main deck. Let's just make sure people discard. Yeah, see, I actually think that this is pretty good. It's like targeted discard and amass. It's pretty nice. Vraska's Finisher is... It was getting me so excited until it said had to be dealt damage. It's a 3 mana 3/2, which is still a fine size. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield against haste until your next turn. Wow. Wow, I have 2 of them. Interesting. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Oh my god, Low Cousin says, hi Sean, this set is dank, you're dank. Chat is dank. We're all dank for ice cream! Low Cousin, happy 73 months. That's 6 years and change. Happy to have had you this whole time, man. Hope you're doing well. Grim Initiate. When Grim Initiate dies, amass one. This is a very good card. 1 mana, 1/1 with first strike. If there's some way to add in counters to this, maybe like, you know, green, red, black, green, red, blue. The fact that it, again, does 2 things. It's first strike, and when it dies, it amasses 1. So good. Burning Prophet. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it's +1/+1 until end of turn, then scry 1. Interesting, there's a lot of red scry. Like, the magic that's cast sort of like lets you tap into upcoming knowledge. Chandra's Pyrohelix deals 2 damage divided as you choose among 1 or 2 targets. I'm seeing a lot of 1 and 2 and 3 toughness units. I'm seeing a lot of them. Yaya's Greeting. It deals 3 damage to target creature, scry 1. God, that's a nice one. Woo! Blind Blast deals 1 damage to target creature. That creature can't block this turn, draw a card. Look at me, I'm shitty Cosmotronic Wave, and everyone chat is like, run the card. Blind Blast is actually kind of nice as a just punch through effect. Devouring Hellion. Devouring Hellion enters the battlefield. You may sacrifice any number of creatures and or planeswalkers. If you do, it enters with twice that many +1/+1 counters on it. That's weird. So if I sacrifice 2 creatures, it comes out with +4/+4. Maybe if I have enough, like, small dirtlers. Krenko, 10 Street Kingpin. I mean, this is like a real, this is a legit card, man. This is legit so good. The Crow 99 says, does Dana not take donations? We do bits here, but by and large, I just encourage folks to subscribe. Let's you actually like be part of the community and hang out. Goblin Assault Team. When Goblin Assault Team dies, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It is pretty nice. Wow, Invading Manticore, 6 mana, 4/5. When it enters the battlefield, amass 2. That's pretty damn nice. Turret Ogre. When Turret Ogre enters battlefield, if you control another creature with power 4 or greater, Turret Ogre deals 2 damage to each opponent. The flavor of this just tickles me so much. All right, let's look at my. I think my favorite color is been shifting from black to green. I just love green so much, man. I love huge things. When Arboreal Grazer enters the battlefield, you put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. All right, so this is like mediocre ramp. Giant Growth, welcome back. Bond of Flourishing, I like this one. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, reveal a permanent from among them and put it in your hand, put the rest on the bottom and gain 3 life. I can imagine that working well in Constructed. Forced Landing. Put target creature with flying on the bottom of its owner's library. Ha! That's cute. Oh, it's a Crunch Wrangler. Your pal Day9 appears to have revealed this card. Whoa! Yeah! Oh. BK Slacker says, hey, yay, Sean, I'm going to Watts pre-release and you're helping me train for Sealed. Thanks. Yeah, man. I like this one a lot. I like Paradise Lady a lot. Snare Spinner. When it blocks a creature with flying, it becomes all swole up. Great. Steady Aim. Untapped target creature gains +1/+4 and gains reach until end of turn. And I have 3 of them. Wow, that's a lot of combat trickery. Alright, what's our Ireland's wolf? It can't be blocked by the little ones. That's quite nice. That's a quite nice guy. Zhang Yanggu. Ah, each creature you control has that. And you can -1 to give it +1/+1. This is pretty good. I mean, the ability to slowly distribute +1/+1 counters among a bunch of things feels very exciting to me. New Horizons. Enchant land. Put a +1/+1 counter on a creature. Add 2 mana. I probably don't need this. I mean, like, I have ramp, I have ramp, I have pseudo ramp. But I don't really know what I would be ramping to. Look at the top card of your library. If it's a creature planeswalker, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. If you don't put the card in, okay. Okay, so this is actually pretty nice. Vivian's Grizzly is like a form of nice, slow card draw. Wow, that's powerful. A 4/4 for just 3 and a green that also lets me proliferate? Fuck. Alright, I have some really good green and white ones. Each creature you control with power 4 or greater can't be blocked by more than one creature. Jesus, that's great. Storm the Citadel. Until end of turn, creatures you control get +2/+2. And whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, destroy target artifact or enchantment defending player. I mean, just 4 mana. This is a very nice finisher in a go-wide deck, right? Thundering Ceratok. Yeah, there's another one your pal Day9 revealed. That's so good. Alright, so Time Wipe is pretty slick and sick, but I don't think my blue's very good. We're gonna sort through this in a sec. Let's just keep looking. Angrath, we can run in Gruul. We can actually run this in Gruul. I think our Gruul is just very, very, very good. What's Nahiri do? As long as it's your turn, creatures you control have first strike and equip abilities. Are we just Gruul? I think we might just be straight Gruul, huh? Like, large amount of planeswalkers. Gotta make sure I actually have enough creatures. I might not actually have enough creatures. That might actually be the issue. Huh. Is that it? I mean, do we just like build a deck? I mean, that just seemed to build itself, huh? It's actually look I mean, I'm just gonna throw in. Quasi says 24 is still a standard amount of lands to have in a fairly balanced deck. Yeah, I generally like to say if you're more aggro, like 23. If you're or if you're more aggro, 22. If you're more control, 26. And if you're unsure, 24. In sealed, it's just 17, 23. Alright, so we're going to do some adjustment here. We have... This is nice to have these removals. This is a much later card. We basically have some dudes that grow and some defensive creatures, and we have a nice ramper. Devouring Hellion, maybe not. Let me go ahead and put that back. I think I need all my 3-drops. Okay, so, by the way, here's what I'm going to do. I'm just throwing in a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm going to start evaluating sort of how it looks. And then I'm going to go through a period of questioning my regret. Should I have gone like white-green? Should I have gone like... Because I think my blue sucks, I think my black sucks, but let me just play with this for a little bit. Krenko's really good. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell... Yeah, we actually have a lot of non-creature spells. Oops, you're supposed to be like that. Like all of these, all of these, all of these. We have a lot of non-creature spells. And that's actually my worry. I think I maybe have too many non-creature spells, but we'll see. Yep, this is a nice beater. This lets me look for my shit. That's so good. I think this is a useful one to have because it lets me put +1/+1 counters on things. It has haste. I can do a lot of magic with this because I can play this and like draw an extra card with Kiora. Domri's fight effect is like pretty insane. We have a pretty good number of creatures to proc this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All of those will proc the Crunch Wrangler and will proc Kiora. As long as your turn creatures you control have first strike. I mean, that's pretty sick. And it deals X damage to target tapped creature. I mean, that's pretty ridiculous. Nahiri is very good. Samut Tyrant Smasher. Creatures you control have haste. Target creature gets +2/+1 and gains haste until end of turn. Slow. Well, I mean, all this shit's slow. I'm basically going for hugeness. I'm going for hugeness and power. Right? Like, I have some wall shit, and I have some huge shit. How many creatures do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yuck. Domri's fight effect is ridiculously good. I'm actually not sold on Kiora. This lets me get huge. Well, I mean, fucking drawing cards is good. Fuck. Kiora is also ramped. That's the thing that's kind of killing me. I'm worried I just don't have enough creatures. Okay, so let's just go through the period of regret real fast. We're gonna call this the period of regret. Where what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at my blue and my black and be like, did I screw something up? I mean, you gotta be fucking kidding me. These cards are like so small. Exile target permanent you control, return it back, and it has an additional plus. Nah. I mean, nothing in blue tickles us, does it? I really don't think so. Nothing in white really blows me away, except for that Pouncing Lynx I like quite a bit. But let's ask ourselves, like, do we think like Krenko and Spellgorger and Jayas and Chan? Yeah, dude, they're so much better. Who am I kidding, man? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Ugh. Removal. Removal. I mean, this deck just seems like so insanely good. I do need one more creature. I kind of wish that I could put in some more combat tricks, but I think I still have plenty. Because I'm just gonna... I don't actually think I need that much combat tricks, because we're going to be doing things like just summoning shit, using Menace, making our creatures powerful. Yeah, I don't think we need the combat tricks. This is... Maybe the Grim Initiate? Angrath counts as a creature, says Ethian. Yeah, that's a great point. Grim Initiate? I actually don't think so. Grim Initiate, for what it's worth, Grim Initiate I think, is a card that is, like, super sick in Constructed. Why? Because it survives through wrath effects, like kill all the shit. It also has really nice synergies that can benefit from things like Judith. It's something that can be a sacrifice target for, like, Mardu sacrifice aggro, this sort of thing. But in Limited, this is basically a 1/1. Most 1-drops in Sealed kind of suck. I would rather just get something that's just bigger. Like a 3-mana something. I actually kind of think Snare Spinner's really nice, though. Just some extra survivaliness. I don't think I need Storm the Citadel. I think I'm just going to put in the Snare Spinner. He's nice. He's a 3/3 for 2 against a lot of flyers. Alright, let's look at our black. Spark Harvest again is kind of interesting to me. I just don't have a good feel for this. Gruul, for what it's worth, Gruul is also kind of easy to build. And, like, every single one of our Planeswalkers can be in Gruul. So if you want combat tricks, why not Giant Growth? I don't think we want combat tricks. I don't think we want them. The reason being, if we look at our spells right now, like, one way to deal with creature-to-creature combat is a combat trick. Like, I attack, you block, haha, I cast Giant Growth, so my creature's big, so I kill you. Or I could just cast Jaya's Greeting and fucking kill you. Something like this, right? So we have this very nice removal in Jaya's Greeting. We have a slightly weaker removal, but very flexible removal. Sorry, I just had to stretch a little bit. We also have Domri's Ambush. Put a +1/+1 counter on a creature, and then it deals damage. Very nice removal. And if we start looking up here, Domri has a -2. That is a form of removal. We also have Nahiri with a -X, which is a form of removal. So I'm essentially arguing with my construction that we will just blow up the shit out of a lot of stuff instead of relying on a lot of combat tricks to do that. Samut also buffs things. Target creature gets +2/+1 and gains haste till end of turn. We also have Domri, gives our creatures +1/+0 till end of turn. And there was one more that I think I'm forgetting here. Pretty sure I had 3. Ah, yeah, there it is. Giant can put +1/+1 counters on things to get them larger. And so for this reason, I actually think we have enough ways to make things huge. I think that there's a temptation to be like, oh, Krenko's in here. But, you know, I have a real tough time trying to go below 15 creatures. We have 14 creatures and 1 Planeswalker that makes creatures. We have 15 creatures. So I'm pretty comfortable with what I'm working with right now. So let's actually distribute our mana like an intelligent boy. I think I actually want 9 forests, 8 of these, but we'll see how things look. Boy, this curve looks just perfect. Yeah, I think I want my green cards. These are find a way to turn. Yeah, so we're going to go 9/8. The way I'm making this judgment is that if we look at the cards, we have a pretty even mix between red, green, and multicolored that needs both. But if you look at the cheap spells, which is basically the creatures, mostly green, and some of these spells that are 2-drops will play on more like turn 4. So this is more what our curve looks like. So we really kind of want to make sure we have enough green sources to be able to cast our green spells early. Boom, bang. All right. Where's our crunch? Come on. Crunch 9, baby. I would give this deck a strong rating. I think this deck is super solid. I think that we'll get 5 wins. Are we worried about your 2 red walkers? Nah, not at all. Perfect. Yeah, I see you, Farum Dragons. I see you. I don't really want to build too hard around a 1/1 first striker, you know what I mean? Perfect. This music and sound effects just unsettles me so much. Wouldn't it be funny if this killed me? Dude, I know it, dude. I can just see Farum Dragons in chat who's just like, oh, God, please lose day 9, please. Day 9, please. Alright, we're just gonna place our Burning Prophet down. No, we're not. We're gonna play the Kronch Wrangler first. Could get first struck. We're only taking 1 damage a turn. From Dragon says, ha ha ha. Oh god, I know you want me to die so badly. What does this do? Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, proliferate.
Octopuses, serpents. Oh, I love them all.
We're doing this because we're going to get just a huge Challenger Troll out. Maybe Thundering Ceratok? I kind of like Challenger Troll first. Doing seals all day? You know it, 11 Toe Man. No blocks. This didn't want to attack. Great. Okay, so now we simply tap this.
The ocean surges, life thrives.
Great. This gets big. This gets to draw. We're not going to attack because soon enough we're going to have a huge dude. And then no double blocking can exist. Ah, yes, zombie tokens. Be flying now. Well, I mean, I think this is more than reasonable enough, right? So I think I'm going to play the Thundering Ceratok. So whenever a power with 4 or greater gets big, it gets big. We draw a card. And then we're going to swing with both of these. These can only be blocked by 1 creature because of this thing. Each creature you control with power 4 or greater can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. So I think our plan of becoming enormous is working beautifully. And then we're going to -1 to untap the Challenger Troll. Is this... Jesus, this feels very powerful. Great. Dr. BB Math's thoughts on newbies playing Sealed versus Draft. I actually think that Sealed is better if you're newer. And I'd also recommend really taking your time building your deck. Because I think that it's very easy if you're new to get overwhelmed by just understanding individual card synergies. Let alone all the cards that you have. Trample's a good unit.
One drop.
God, that's so good. Woo! Oh, yeah, and actually, Grotz says maybe the most important thing. Grotz 110 says, also worth noting. Yeah, that's fine. No. Grotz says, if you lose a game and you want to rework your entire deck, you can. You can literally rework your deck at any point. And it's fantastic.
Tides always rise again.
Okay. So if I play the Invading Manticore, this is gonna get +1/+1, and we just swing, right? Alternatively, we can spell Gorger Weird and then play Jang. 4 mana open. I think I'll just go ahead and play the Invading Manticore. No counterspell. Attack with both of these. I guess... Yeah, I think I want to do this. There is potential for Original Roy to double block, like this. I would kill the 3/3. I would lose my 4/5, but then this would lose flying, which I think is important. Or my opponent can 2-for-1 themselves. Oh, Victoris25 asks a great question. Have I ever tried cat food? No, I haven't. I have not. I have not indeed. Quixie says, I've also not broken into arena yet. Does it require a lot of bananas to stay competitive? So I'm a huge whale. I literally opened like 160 packs. Personally bought like 160 packs, 140, something like that. Because I just want to be able to do everything. My good old partner in crime, Eric, who runs Day 9 TV with me, he does free-to-play. And he has built 2 competent top meta decks just playing, grinding through dailies quests. So I think that I would say if you want to put money in, it will let you have access to every different archetype that you could possibly want to play. But if you go free to play, you can still play sealed, you can still play drafts, you can take your wild cards and craft the type of deck you want. Let me look at this game, because I think we just win, right? We just play this and then bonk. Yeah, because it blocks one of these and then 7 damage gets through. Great.
Gives it personality. Teamwork is strength.
Oh, this can attack. Oh, that's right. Okay. Okay, never mind. We actually didn't need to play our Planeswalker. Great. I thought this functioned kind of like It's I swear to God, the way that the human brain works fascinates me sometimes because, excuse me, the spell that I sort of malfunctioned on is Cosmina's Transmutation. Enchanted creature. Enchanted creature loses all abilities and has base power and toughness 1/1. My brain was confusing this with another 3-mana spell that says target creature loses all abilities, gains defender, and becomes 0/4. And obviously when looking at Cosmina's, I didn't go, oh, that's a deep freeze, but my brain added in that it had defender. So I was looking at this and I was like, oh yeah, this is the thing that makes it lose all abilities, gives it 1/1, and my brain just automatically assumed it had defender. That's like so fantastic. It's like fascinating how that works. Give me rewards. So really the way to think about it is it turns a creature into a 1/1. Oh my god, look at handsome Ral. Ooh. Oh, he's such a haberdasher. We have our Paradise Druid, which is great. This is expensive. This is just very good early game. This is a very nice run out. We have something to ramp to. This is beautiful. Beautiful hand. 10 Fix's day one opinion on strongest color / guild. Dude, I have no idea. I have no fucking clue, 10 Fix. I will probably be able to tell you right before the next set releases. Let's be real, dude. Oh, look at this grody Gateway Plaza. Ew. Oh my god. Ew. And this lets me add 1 mana of any color. So fantastic. So this has hexproof right now.
So much more
Scraw! We'll see until your next turn.
you can still walk away.
Alright. Got it. Got it. So I think creatures you control have haste, or creatures you control have menace. I think I like the option that allows me to begin building the board right away.
If you want it, fight for it.
Boy, that's nice having a Planeswalker with a single ability. You just click it and boom, it happens. Gateway Plaza. They reprinted this one. Well, I guess this makes sense. Mana fixing sucks in this format. As in there, you know, in the... Destroy target creature, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle your library. Wow, that's cool. That's like death ramp, huh? Yeah, in Ravnica Legions, Guilds of Ravnica, you had gates. Oh my god. You have gates, which can give you a mana of 2 different colors.
Tear it down. Tear it all down.
He tears it all down, Mr. Miyagi. Yeah, I mean, getting 2 Planeswalkie boys down is really good. So we're going to amass to make this 4/2. We're going to -1/-1.
Tolerance for cruelty died in the trials.
You cast a non-creature spell. I think I want to bottom this. Alright, so, I mean, this Planeswalker basically didn't do anything. Vivian came out, grew a little bit, and now she dead. Now, this has, when this dies, amass 2. Okay, so this has menace and haste. This is an instant speed, so I'm probably going to leave the mana up for Chandra's Pyrohelix. Just play the Crunch Wrangler and smash in. Okay, so we're going to play the Crunch Wrangler. Then what we're going to do is we're going to give this Crunch Wrangler...
Your lies will not go unpunished.
It's very good. And we're going to swing into the face. I'll attack the face. They both have menace, neither of them can be blocked. We're going to wait until the Herald of the Dreadhorde elects to attack, because at that point, we can play Chandra's Pyrohelix to kill it, keeping both of our Planeswalkie boys alive. Reach for the sky! See, if we had done this on my turn, then this 2/2 zombie would not have had Summoning Sickness anymore. Holy shit. Holy fucking wow. Ouch. Hi, my name's Day9, and I might be chilling for a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to play this. So I'm going to Burning Prophet. Give this haste.
Will never be rewarded.
Don't want the Challenger Troll. So I do want the 4/4 blocker to stay back. This can get double blocked, and that's fine, because we have Jaya's Greeting. Deckmaster still not updated yet. It may not be. Let me check a quick setting. That hurts a bit. All right, so let me know if the Deckmaster's working again. I changed the setting. Okay. Wow, this guy's so good. Quixie says, does Arena work similar to Physical Magic? Yeah, see, it's literally the exact same game. Just fantastic. Can you guys let me know if Deckmaster is working now? Let me actually just close this. Reopen this. Deckmaster, close window. What the heck? It's opening up. Bing, please open this. Alright. Alright, I will turn it off and turn it on again. Alright. So I just turned Deckmaster back on. Let me know how things are looking. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and kill Tulsimir here. Don't want Domri. Do want that.
Hazoret, forgive me.
Hazoret, forgive me. Overlays on, but it doesn't know the cards. Damn. I've actually told Wizards of the Coast this, that, like, I think one of the big reasons why this game works really well on Twitch is because of the overlays. Like, in Magic, it's all about looking at the board, reading the board, and understanding what's going on. Wow, that's fucking so good. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Okay, what Scully, I think, just basically did was just put in, like, a bunch of really good cards of all sorts of colors. Alright, so we're gonna lose. Whoa. Yeah, you don't want to fight me? Damn. Would I rather have Menace, or would I rather have Amass 2? Or not Amass 2, would I rather have this Amassed 2/2? Go ahead and block it. Fucking hell. Death Sprout. Wow, that's so good. Spark Harvest to kill a thing. So good. Tulsimir. Look at the quality of these cards. Wow. I mean, that's just spectacular. I think Scully's got us. I mean, this is a real hard one to go up against. We have, like, half good cards. Like, Samut is good. Angrath is good. I think Angrath is actually very good. This is pretty great because it's huge. Everything else here is, like, fine. This is actually quite good. But I mean, damn, it's no Death Sprout, man. Shit.
I'll have you in chains next time.
Your pal Day 9 sucks at his job. Beep on my robot says, I think Samut is your worst walker by a wide margin. Yeah, I think you're actually right. I think it actually, like, us having haste doesn't actually seem to have helped that much. Getting +2/+1 and Scry 1. Actually, a second Tulsimir? Oh my god. Alright, get me out of this game. Lost connection to the server. One second. Reconnect. Dude, okay, that was... one way to play sealed, actually. Let's just resume this. So I go to this, and I... let me actually... Do I have any mana-fixing landy guys? Land. No, I didn't get any land. One way to actually play sealed, if you have some mana fixing, is like just put in the best cards. Just like run time wipes, run big ol' shit. I think I actually don't want this. This seems good. This seems fucking insane. Are you kidding me? Jesus. Domri has -2, which is very, very nice. We've already seen excellence with that. I think I just gonna put in a giant growth. I don't think we actually have any other notable creatures. Maybe this. Dude, our opponent just like fucking shat on us. Grim Initiate, you'll never convince me. I'm shaken by the power of Scully's card pool. like, whoa. Wow, that's fantastic. I am so sick of hearing these spark things fly around. Oh, thank God. Jesus. That actually makes me feel meaningfully uneasy. Atheansis was that bad? I missed the game on account of having to catch a live mouse my cat brought in and promptly lost interest in. Aw. That's a good kitty. Yeah, no, well, I don't know if you're talking about the game or the ambient noise. The ambient noise does unsettle me a lot. I'm like, Thing of beauty.
I was raised by wolves, though they might have also just been big dogs.
It's me, Snare Spinner, dude. A buffed invading Manticore is going to be so good. The +1/+0, very good for the defensive wall. My cats, they hunt strings. They sometimes hunt socks. They hunt hairpins and hair ties. If I'm walking by them, they take a swipe at Dad. I forgot about this plus effect. This +1/+0 effect until this came out. Which hurts a little bit, but this I actually think is more ideal. We do this. Then we have Jai's greeting up. Do we need another land? I'd surmise no, unless our opponent has, you know, destroy a planeswalker. That worked out fantastically. Who likes doing stuff? In main phase 1, D9 likes it! Alright, I kinda have a sensation that we won this game. Okay, totally agrees. Scorpion Warlocks, did you ever consider to be a life coach or motivational speaker or something in between? I would just state never. Never would I ever. I don't necessarily think of myself as someone with that much authority, to be honest. But I do like to think I already try to have some positive impact by virtue of doing what I do on this stream here. This hand is fine. I mean, the fact that I have an invading Manticore is very nice. Oh, Fritty, you're so sweet. Can you ever not draw Paradise Druid in your opening hand? I think no. I think no Peroni in the Pepperino. Alright, so Mort au Roi. I think we just play Nahiri, right? This is going to give all our creatures first strike on our turn. I can use the -X to just nuke the Paradise Druid. That'd be pretty dope. Fuck. Okay. So I went in this order in order to be mana efficient. So this won't really do that terribly much to us. We can Snare Spinner to guarantee blocks on the Shriek Diver. Why did the Shriek Diver not swing in? I mean, I'm just going to do this now. Just lets me be very efficient on mana. Oh, I know why it didn't attack, because then I would have just shot it out of the sky. I'm dumb. I'm, like, not thinking through these cards. But I am finishing lunch. Congrats to me. I mean, I just... Like, that's really good, right? Mega kill, 66, 5,000 bits as I finally get to see a live stream. Only seen YouTube while working. Love the positive streams, hearing about farmers and seeing Sheriff and Despy. Alright, our opponent needs to do a day 9 and completely misunderstand the card and then read the card. Yeah, no, I've been there a million times, my friend. Have no fear. Have to hear about those farmers. I gotta get back to working on the farmers. I have a big work day planned on Saturday. Just to get some shit done. On my farming action. Mega kill. Oh my god, are you from YouTube, Mega kill? That's so great. Opponent didn't read. Well.
What's one more?
No! Who? Now, I will note, there's a big difference between reading a card and then processing the card. Very fucking fascinating. So if I swing with the big dudes, what happens? Yeah, I think this is good. Okay, so I'm going to do this. This, I believe, forces uncomfortable trades for Moto Roi. Like, a trade here is fine. Trade here is completely fine. This is going to try to swing back, which can get a little bit more recursion. When it deals damage to me, he gets to peel a card back out of his grave and put it back. So let's assume that we have no combat tricks in hand, which we know, but the opponent doesn't. Our opponent can just start doing a Chumpa-Rumpa-Rama, which would be beneficial to us. And because we waited until main 2, we get to do this. And now we have a question. Do we want to play Krenko? Or do we wish to play the Snare Spinner? I think we accept... This thing is going to be unblockable. So we'll take 5 damage. If this attacks, I think that I'm just going to comfortably triple block. And so for that reason, I'm going to play the Snare Spinner.
I'm mysterious,
Yuck.
refined, empty your mind.
This is a nice little... Triple blocking would kill all 3 minions. It would not, because we block with a spider, we block with a 2-2, we block with a 2-2. That's 7 total power. Whereas if we played Krenko, we would have had to block with Krenko. See no reason to let this game go on longer. Palau says, oh, the spider, never mind. Ah, yes, yes, yes. No, I see what you mean, Palau. If I did block with this and this and this, indeed I would become shit a lot, for sure. Yeah, no, Palau, if I did do the block you were suggesting, I would have 3-for-1 myself, and you know what? I would be proud. I'd be proud to have 3-for-1 myself. Oh, we did it! I was actually not feeling that comfortable in that game. But that's why I like the big beaters. See if I can re-roll this. Cast 30 red or green spells. Thing of beauty, huh? Holy shit, I swear to God, I cannot believe how much content, which is the Coast releases. Like, I mean, for some reason, it has not actually dawned on me. It's not actually, like, dawned on me until I've been playing Magic the Gathering Arena regularly. Because, you know, up to MTGA, I was very much so a kitchen table Magic player. You know, one of my buddies would buy a box of cards and be like, hey, I'm a collector. I have, like, 6 cases of cards. Do you want to do some drafts? Yeah, I'll do some drafts. Go to pre-release every now and again. My friend Tristan is playing. I watch him play. You know, something like that. And for me, it's just like every time I play, oh, there'd be some new shit. But it's kind of crazy, especially considering the comparison to other digital games, where other digital games will have, like, regular content releases. But it's remarkable to me that Magic has this much content. You know, like, we're doing Sealed War of the Spark. It's only new cards versus new cards. And there's something that a lot of Magic players and designers have stated that, like, really, I think only now have I started to grok it. Which is like, Magic is not a game so much as it is a game engine, and each expansion is actually a new game. If any of you are curious how the fuck I actually nail this every single time, the answer is I don't know. Every time we have it. I'm going to Crunch Wrangler first, likely, so that way we can Bloom Hulk, letting the Crunch Wrangler proc first, and then we can proliferate. All of you should watch Mark Rosewater's 20 Years of Magic, 20 Lessons Learned. Trusted Pegasus. This is an extremely nice draw. We have the Crunch Wrangler, which will proc on the Bloom Hulk, and then we have a Snare Spinner to block the Flyer. I'm really happy that we decided to add this one. We're smart, dude. Andron says, I just watched that. So good, though. The 20th lesson was a bit of a letdown. What was the 20th lesson? I love that whole talk. I'm, like, gonna watch it again this weekend, too. Scry 4, then draw 2. Fuck. Divination. Enderpiece is curving out harder than a Fibonacci spiral. Whoa! 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, 89. Oh, yes. He does love the Fibonacci numbers. I'm gonna go ahead and just play this fucking huge guy. There's a lot of study of Fibonacci numbers. The Fibonacci sequence as an undergraduate. undergraduate. I think the last lesson was all the lessons are interconnected. I think so. Which I mean, I actually would rephrase that a little bit. There is a description, fuck, what was the book? It was, Stephen Hawking's book that's famous. The fuck is the name of it? Stephen Hawking book. Brief History of Time. Don't. There's no 2-mana counter. Okay. Great. Guess what, Durkoff? Oh, actually, guys, I messed up. We're gonna get completely wiped this turn. We're gonna get time wiped, and it's gonna fucking suck, man. But there was a quote, or a passage that Stephen Hawking wrote in there about how perhaps these different branches of physics are actually different lenses of looking at the same thing. In other words, when you have like a globe and you're looking at the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere or the western hemisphere, you're not actually trying to unite the vision of each side. They're just different lenses of looking at the same thing. And I feel like this applies a lot to creative discourse, where, let's say we're chatting about, I don't know, design in Magic the Gathering. Let's say we're having a little chatteruha about that. It is... This is going to be very gross. It's very easy to say, you know, like, oh, here is my perspective on what this card's doing. And for someone to go, well, you get an additional counter. Wait. Submit 2. Thank you, Tex. It's very easy to get caught up in semantic arguments. To be like, okay, well, you say you want it to feel aggressive. Well, I feel like a counterspell is very aggressive, you know? And it's easy to go, well, dude, I mean... Smart play. Yeah, dude, yes, like, we could define everything as a different form of aggression, but that's not really what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm going for. And I just really like that descriptor. It's about different lenses into the same world. Does this actually have trample? Oh, this is the Crunch Wrangler. I saw 6/5 and my brain's like, it's a Challenger Troll. Alright, cool. And, I just really like that because I think it's a very calm way to get someone to stop it. You know, instead of going, fucking come on, asshole, be like, look, I am not trying to give a super sharp definition about what aggression is. That's not the point. Like, this is like slightly hand-wavy, but red is like the explosive, aggressive color. And so, yes, some people would say that, you know, counterspells can feel very aggressive, but when a lot of people think aggression, they think like a feral dog. I think when people think explosive, they think fire. Well, I think fire hydrants can be very explosive. Yeah. Sure. Oh, remember this card? Because I sure fucking forgot about it. Vivian's Grizzly. Look at the top card and draw it. Oh, God, we actually... This deck just feels very straightforward and very nice. And as someone who is not the best Magic player, I love straightforward decks. He wears his flip-flops at home. Ah! Oh, dude, we always keep this hand. This hand is the plan. This is a very, very, very nice hand. Even better. This hand is great because we have a way to remove an early threat, which is fantastic, and we only need one land to activate Vivian's Grizzly, which would be our turn 3 play, which then lets us begin drawing like crazy. Oh my god, it's Dr. Bobtastic. What a name. What a name. So nothing done on the first 4 turns is either really good news or like the worst possible news we've ever received. Well, okay, let's go ahead and just swing in the snare spinner. Oh, dude, getting bonked on. Vivian's Grizzly. Love it. Was there a Boros counter? Yeah, I'm gonna wind up saying this a lot today. The deck tracker is busto.
What's that smell?
Alright, Chandra.
It's you burning.
It's you burning. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to tap the mana that I want tapped.
It's a dog-eat-villain world out there. Share in my strength.
Probably don't need that. Gonna be getting quite a bit of mana. Colonel Custer 2000 says, kill a Spellgorger. Nice. I haven't seen you in chat, Colonel Custer, man. Colonel Custer's a very visceral viewer. Alright. And by visceral, I mean, like, things have been happening, and he's like, ugh, yeah, ugh! Like, you're, like, driving through. Alright, so, if we play this Crunch Wrangler, we can then Domri's Ambush to pop that guy. I think this is a nice play. Target creature you control. Target a creature or planeswalker you don't control. We're gonna bonk this. Wait, what? My brain malfunctioned. Oh, no, it didn't. No. Then we do that. Okay. Ah. I was like, there's 1 damage missing. How?
You best start thinking fast. You're on your own.
Fundeath712 says, so are enchantments worse now that planeswalkers have passives? Well, the interesting thing is that I would describe it as... Okay, so first of all, I'm going to address the question, are enchantments bad? Or are enchantments good? I think that it took the fine folks at Wizards of the Coast a little bit of time to get that balance right. So I don't actually think I'm going to need more mana. So now that's a 4x.
We'll do this together.
So for a long time, Wizards of the Coast really struggled to balance enchantments. And when I say for a long time, I'm not... You know, this is like in the grand history of Magic. For 2 reasons. First of all, when you play an enchantment, it typically doesn't do anything to the board. Do I care? I think I really care a shitload, huh? Because I have a board my opponent doesn't, so yeehaw. So if I play an enchantment, let's say I play an enchantment that says whenever you play a creature that has, you know, power 4 or more, Draw a card. Colossal Majesty is the name of the enchantment. Okay, well, there is a fundamental problem with this card, which is that now that I've played it, nothing's happened. It takes a little time for me to actually get some momentum going. Biggest spider. God dang. It takes a while for it to actually have an effect. Like, I have to play one card that has power 4 or more, and then I draw one. So, okay, now I've replaced the Colossal Majesty. And then I need to play another card to draw a second one. Now my Colossal Majesty's doing some work. And so, in order to make enchantments work, Wizards had to not only make sure that people wouldn't die too quickly, which is why if you look at cards nowadays, there's a lot of like 1-1, 1-2, 2-3, 3-2, 3-3. There's a lot of things at 3 and less in combinations, but you have to be pretty expensive to go above 3 power or 3 toughness like this. So that's one thing that I think is very clever that Wizards has done, is they've made sure that enchantments have the room to breathe. The second big problem of enchantments that made it take a little bit of time for Wizards of the Coast to actually get has to block the spider, otherwise it's lethal. The second thing that caused a little bit of problems for enchantments, which is that if I enchant a creature, like, I'm going to give this creature +3/+3 permanently. If I kill the creature, I also kill the enchantment. So for a long time there was the prevailing logic. You must make sure that you don't put enchantments on creatures, because you're just going to 2-for-1 yourself. Yeah, that guy got straight crunched, man. Boom. And so it took a while for Wizards to get a lot of the other elements balanced properly to make those types of things feel really good. I don't actually like this. Beep Beep says, well, auras are different from regular enchantments. Sure, if you want to break them into 2 categories, then I've basically stated the problem with each category. If we lump them together, we have 2 problems, so, yeah. I think this is a mulligan, because I don't really do anything. I play Vivian's Grizzly, and then I pray to God. This is a better hand. And so, after all that's said and done, Wizards also kind of went through the same exercise with Planeswalkers. Planeswalkers, in ways, function a little bit like enchantments, in that they're not amazing the first turn that they're out, but they get more and more strong as things go on. And so, at this point, the question is, are enchantments better? Are Planeswalkers better? I think one of the brilliancies of Magic is that it tries to create lots and lots of axes. It tries to create lots and lots of axes. And by that, I mean there are cards that are called enchantments. There are cards that are called Planeswalkers. Then there are things that say deal 2 damage to target creature or target Planeswalker. And Planeswalkers can be attacked, and enchantments cannot be attacked. Scraw! Oh, that card's actually quite good. Fuck. I'm just gonna go ahead and play on Clerve. 1 land would be nice, because then we can Nahiri and nuke this, and then we can swing with both. Then there's cards that say destroy target enchantment. And, you know, you could also say, like, well, why aren't enchantments the same thing as artifacts? Well, if you give them 2 different names, if you say these are enchantments, these are artifacts, now you have multiple ways to interact with that. You can have things that say destroy target creature or target artifact, but not both. No, my dog. My dog. 1 land is the absolute nuts here. Va va voom. Bada bada boom. We actually have some choices here. Like, if I play Nahiri, deal 2 damage to this, 2 swing back, I would take both of those. I think I should just build this. Bloom. Hulk. So whenever a creature with power 4 greater enters battlefield, +1/+1, and then proliferates, we want this to happen first. Because then this happens, and now it can be proliferated, so we submit that. And I think this is fairly safe to swing with. And then next turn we're going to play Nahiri, Storm of Stone. So coming all the way back to the original question, are Planeswalkers better? Are enchantments better? I would say they function not as better or worse, but just as different axes. And so, I love that. I love that shit. I love that shit. Albatross Time says, yo, Dan, I think you're going to love Feather if you get a chance to play with her. We opened 4 Feathers already, and we're 1,000 billion% doing a really derpy-ass Boros Naya aggro. How does this work? You may return a non-land permanent. You control its owner's hand. If you do, it enters with... Ah, okay. Great. See, this is like a really interesting chunk option that our buddy has. Once we slam Angrath, that's going to be so fucking hard for our opponent to deal with. But we'll probably wind up doing something different. Actually, this is just way too good, because then all these have menace. You know, what are you going to do?
You want it. Fight for it.
Oh, God, I love Axes so much. Oh, the wee little elder spell. We did it. Beat Boop says Swords and Batterskull. Ah, yes, good old Sword of Feast and Famine. So, once upon a time, Magic the Gathering was in an age of chaos. Many new ideas were being brought to the table. The strengths and weaknesses of things had not been as well understood as they are today. And there were just so frickin' many scary, scary, quite contrary cards out there, man. There's a card called Batterskull that is like particularly ridiculous. Holy shit. Yeah. It's our Kronk. Proliferating infect damage. Yeah. Alright, well. I sense that my crunch is not long for this world. Does anyone notice this guy's missing his hand?
You call it anarchy. For me, it's just business as usual.
For me, it's just business as usual. Crunch the crunch. This guy's got a little...
Oh, look at you. Come and destroy.
Next. Turret Ogre. We could plausibly wait for this.
My creations are things of beauty.
Fuck. Alright, well.
Oh, I wish you could see your face while I'm thinking.
We now threaten Saheeli. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. Oof. Fuck. Expressa might kill us. How does Mana Burn work in this? Doesn't do nothing, man. It's great.
Nothing disgusts me more than law and
Actually,
order.
can I Z this? Oh. If this lives, this is very, 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 very good for us. Mana burn is dumb anyway. Yeah, mana burn is ridiculous. Would Gideon proc Crunch? I don't think so. Well, no, actually it would, because as long as it's your turn, it's a 4/4. So when it enters the battlefield, it's 4/4. By mana burn, do you mean destroy land type effects? Nah, Quixie, there is this very old mechanic that doesn't exist anymore, which is if I tap this forest, and then we move to the next phase, or it's like if your turn ends, you take 1 damage for each unused mana. Shoot this? Oh, I see how the damn one works. Ah. Well, we still have a dome ring. It looks very good. This game's not looking so good. Yeah.
There'll be nothing but dust when I'm done.
I'm gonna go ahead and say no to nothing. Just keep 2 cards in hand. Yeah, I'll lose a spider over it.
Right. Give me some more.
Give me some more! I could have killed this guy at 1 turn earlier, too. Which is so fucking sad. Oh!
No, you haven't seen the last of me.
Oh, fuck. Dingleberry says, speaking of mana, our Locks retweeted a tweet that compares it to maximum hand size and suggested they should get rid of maximum hand size. Do you think they should keep the discard down to 7 at the end of your turn? I think maximum hand size is a pretty important mechanic. I think maximum hand size is a pretty damn important mechanic. Alright. My man, Cranko. This has been kind of the lowest power of stuff that we've gotten. Sahili is going off, baby. Bing, bang, bong. Play this forest.
This world is one of conquest.
Bing, bang, bong, boom, pow. Yeah, part of the reason why I think maximum hand size is a super important thing is that I think of maximum hand size sort of like a safety mechanism, you know? It's like a self-driving car with a built-in speed limit, you know, or it's just a safety mechanism. It just makes sure that some stupidly degenerate things don't happen. I view it very similar to supply cap in StarCraft. Like, you know, this hand's very marginal. I'm keeping it. We have good old Ireland's fucking wolf. Yeah, I mean, like, no one explains to you, like, welcome to StarCraft. It's where you build an army that's big, but not that big. It stops at 200. It's more like you teach them StarCraft, and then they just hit max, and they go, oh, okay, I just can't build anymore. Got it. You know, there's a little bit of technical stuff where people are like, oh, that makes sense, because, you know, maximum hand size. Oh, totally, yeah. Or maximum CPU usage. Yeah, maximum CPU usage probably can't be that many things on the screen. But, like, it's actually possible to get to, like, 800, 800. It really helps avoid some derpy dumb stuff. You can't block me. Vivian's Gwizwy. I'm happy we made it to 6 wins. It feels great. SC1's cap was 2k units, right? I don't know the total number of units. Actually, here's a great story. So, in the original Brood War, there was an entity limit. And so, units were an entity, but so were buildings, and so were projectiles that would fire. On the flyer, yeah. Good. And so there is this way to play where what you would do is you'd play on like the largest possible map size, and you'd build a unit called a Dark Archon. Dark Archon is one of the most fringe marginal units. I'm happy to get in for the damage. Just get in for 8, right? Kind of stinks a little bit that we didn't get to play the Goblin Assault Team pre-combat, but I'm instead just going to use, well, no. Building the board's better. Building the board's better than drawing cards right now. Was that an actual mechanic or a bug? It was just literally a technological limitation. There was not enough. I believe it just couldn't allocate enough memory beyond a certain limit, or it would start straining the engine. And so there was a unit called the Dark Archon, one of whom's abilities was mind control target unit. So I think I just swing with the 2 on the right. That makes sense, right? Yeah, that seems good. So you could mind control a unit, but it would take like all the Dark Archon's mana. So what you could do is you could go on the largest StarCraft map, max out on Dark Archons. Like once you were finally defended safe, you'd mass Dark Archons, and then you'd fill the map as much as you could with pylons. And you'd eventually hit the entity limit. And then nobody's projectiles would spawn during combat because they were out of entity limits. And no one could build any more units. So you just slowly mind control their whole armies and just kill them. I mean, it would take fucking hours, but like, still, it's pretty great. Yeah, I want to do it like this. So there's no good blocks for this. Like, yeah, this blocks, but this has trample now. Great. Perfect. Again, I'm happy to get in for the damage. Then we're just going to start drawing. Any idea if it was resolved in the remaster? I don't know. I mean, I assume so. I assume it was resolved then. Wait, what is this? If one or more plus encounters be put on Mau. Ah, so and this is okay. Let's go ahead and activate this thing first. That might be the best possible draw we could get. Okay. Nope. I think I actually do want to play this, because if I draw a land, I want to be able to Bloom Hulk and activate Vivian's whatever the heck. Oh, so, ooh, we got some interesting facts. Look at this.
Let's tear this this place.
Oh yeah, this is give a dude vigilance and
Strike
reach.
now. Strike
Alright, so this is
hard.
just hunting for creatures. Okay, okay, okay. This is just a creature or planeswalker, right? It's not a land. No blocks. You got it, man. Got a few turns of these dogs being a bit of a pain. Alright, well, I mean, this is 100% what we're going to do, right? Okay, so that happens first. Alright, yep. We want both of those to proliferate. Cool. Now, if I were to attack, one of these would get eaten. This would probably trade. Get one through, this would get one through. Okay, so we're not going to attack. We're going to wait one more turn to attack. Proliferate the opponents? No! Mm-hmm. Oh my god, our opponent made such a huge mistake. Our opponent needed to just proliferate.
Let me lead the charge into darkness.
If our opponent just proliferated, these both would have become huge.
I believe in you.
There is wonder in a blade of grass.
Yeah, what a mistake. No, because 3/3 didn't have a counter on it? Ah! Yes, thank you. Thank you. No blocks this turn. Does that just do it? So two things can't be blocked. I think this does it. We'll see. Oh my god, plus Ultra Gamer. Plus Ultra Gamer.
You think I'm a crazy beast? Where do you see my mates?
Plus Ultra Gamer.
When I'm finished here, there'll be nothing left but dust.
Did we do it? There's like a fog. Plus Ultra, thank you for the 5. Holy shit. Okay. So I have to sacrifice this. Wow, Gideon's Triumph with a Gideon. Yeah, we got owned. And I guess this. So now my opponent blocks one of them and lets the rest of the damage through. Why? No, just block one. I am going to finish this. Thank you. Hey, Plus Ultra. Thank you very much. Thank you, Plus Ultra. Yep, there you go. That's the win. Are these like indestructible or some shit? Well, because my opponent would have had this 4/4 and then a 5/5 and then just could have outright killed me. Ugin, what does this do?
I can create or destroy.
I mean, okay.
The mysteries of life are endless.
Alright. This is a pretty sick
We will rise again.
set of planeswalkers, though, man.
I believe in you, friend.
Oh my god, am I gonna live? Why did this dude not attack? This is fucking tight. Alright. I mean, so far so good. You attacked Domri. No, I know that. I just don't understand why he didn't attack me. I'm sorry. I'm sort of mumbling because like I'm meaningfully disoriented with what's happening right now.
Starting over's the only way.
Does that give it haste? No, it just gains vigilance and reach. Now, do I don't think I just chump block here. I think I just chump it, man. I think I just chump it.
Your light will cleave the darkness.
So this can already exile target non-land permanent. And we do this.
If you want it, fight for it.
May as well.
Every pebble is a soldier.
Come on, let me
in my
shoot this.
army.
Oh, this has flash too? Oh, fuck, that's right. Vivian, Champion of the Wilds, gives creatures flash. Woo! Alright, let's see if our opponent spots lethal. Okay. We are dead. Oh, dude, the Immortal Sun. Oh, if only we could get that. Is that the end of the run? Nice! 6 wins. Feeling good. We got our money back. We got 3 packs.